Hey, what's up, my rivals? This is Snicked here with the Let's Play episode of. Hey, what's up, Rival Kingdoms? This is Snicked here with a Let's Play video looking at the second installment in the PvE campaign here in Rival Kingdoms Age of Ruin. Again, this is the second leg of the PvE campaign. The first one that you're all probably pretty familiar with by now was the Frozen North, where you tracked down Forvale through an 8-part campaign and you got your first, probably your first dragon, the common grade Ice Dragon, again, known as Forvale, and many of you are well acquainted with him and have been using him a lot after you got your Dragon Roost. But now we're on to the second leg of the PvE campaign. This is known as Trickster's Wake. If you're in your kingdom view or your base view, in the upper right corner below where your diamonds are at, you're going to see a little panel or image or icon there. You click on that and you see that the title of this leg of the PvE campaign is Trickster's Wake. Now let's have a look at the description. A new campaign is now open. Legend speaks of a cunning trickster who took over the body of a scorpion jinn. I think I'm saying that right. A jinn is actually from Muslim mythology or belief. It's like a demon, basically. And laid waste to villages in his path. Help the ancient Jal, who is our epic fire ancient, battle through the arid desert located in the south. Hint. To track down and defeat Erasmus the Trickster. Who knows? Maybe to prevent his own demise, Erasmus may decide to aid your fight. They never do typos, but they did there. To aid your fight for Astara. So let's go into the world map, and it's in the south, in the desert. So we have a few context clues. So in the south, all the way down here, and there it is. Just a little bit east of Brazen Cross, a little bit west of Desert Ridge, and then right next to Sneakies, Spikies, Spurkies? Somebody's trail. Can you see that? Snacks? It's in Salarath, between the Brazen Cross and Desert Ridge, right around where Mad Max Fury Road was filmed. So if that's helpful, that might help you. It's between Citadel and Gastown. Great movie, by the way. Check that out if you haven't already. So we're going to go in here, and we're going to try to work through 5 at least. We'll do all of them. We don't know how fast we'll do all of them, because I've heard from individuals in my kingdom, Aesir, that this is actually a fairly difficult campaign. Now, some of them are a little bit lower than I am in rank, and so it may not be quite as difficult, but what they lack in rank, they make up for in superior tactical ability compared to me, so I'm probably going to do pretty badly. We'll see how that goes. This video may be broken up into a few little segments, but let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in Trickster's Wake. So here's Jal, the lobster-handed, hapless guy with the yellow outfit. Jal, I finally found him. I knew it was only a matter of time before he resurfaced again. By the way, everybody in Rival Kingdoms talks like that. He must be stopped. You kind of wonder, like, in shows and games and things like this, when people talk like that and act like that, I wish somebody would do, like, a parody where it just has all of those people going to the bathroom, you know? Or, like, shaving their legs. You know, like Kestra. You know, she's, like, beautiful, and she's, like, a huntress, and she's shooting this arrow. It's very dramatic. I mean, you can see her in there. Or Lyris, or Bruna. Does Bruna shave her legs? Probably not, because she's from up north. It's cold up there. But, you know, like, something like that. Anyway, it's all a little melodramatic, but we're going to go ahead and go with it. So, whoever he is, must be stopped. So, pregnant pause, tap to continue, and General Alondra Aurelius, calm yourself. Who must be stopped? There was a little Spock in that. Erasmus the Trickster. Little sidebar here, by the way. Erasmus is not a name that's peculiar to Rival Kingdoms lore. It's shown up in a whole variety of different places. In fact, it's shown up in places as varied as, like, the Dune book series, where Erasmus was like an AI robot that was, like, semi-autonomous from the Omni Evermind, so there's that, and that's kind of hearkening back to the historic Erasmus, who was a Roman Catholic humanist philosopher that lived in the 16th century and was a contemporary of Martin Luther and John Calvin and King Henry VIII even, Thomas More. I don't know if any of those names ring a bell to you guys, but he was around a long time ago. An incredibly smart guy. He wrote such things as The Praise of Folly. His first name was Desiderius, which is pretty badass, right? So Erasmus, a little bit of a historical nuance there for you. But in this game, we're dealing with Erasmus the Trickster. He took over the body of a scorpion djinn and attacked my village. I killed the shell, but the devil inside is back. Back. Lore Master Elias Aurelius. A trickster, eh? Haven't seen one for years. As their name suggests, they're legendarily untrustworthy. I don't recommend playing cards with one. And that's it? Okay. So, we know his name, we got a little bit of a lore background, and we know not to play gin rummy with this guy because he will kill you. You will be the patsy. Anyway, battle number 1, Firebeard Gulch. So, there's a lot of craft breweries going up in my town, but none of them have produced fire beer yet, so I kind of want a piece of that. Maybe that's what those dudes are drinking in Mad Max. Firebeard Gulch. Fight your way through this stronghold and avoid the local brew. So it is actually about beer. I kind of like this game. All right, let's go in. We have 5 battle stones, so let's give this a shot. Loading. Oh, look at those walls. Dang. What do we got here? We got some level 6 walls. We got a level 6 stronghold. We got a confusion tower. Confusion tower. That must be an Erasmus ability. That makes sense. 2 confusion towers that are under construction. So that's good to see. Bunch of gold down here in the lower right. And we got an arrow tower over here, which has a huge radius, but we can spawn inside it right there in the corner. No, I don't want to click on anything yet. Okay, there's our Primus conduit, which doesn't look to be charging the arrow tower. You need to hook that up, Space Ape. Arrow tower, but we've got this watchtower, but that's okay. Okay, and then we've got this Skywatcher. So this is what we're gonna do. We are going to spawn. Okay. We're going to spawn our knights right here, and they're going to target the blacksmith because that's going to sneak them in. It's going to keep them inside the radius of the arrow launcher, but it will keep them outside of the radius of that sky tower, or watchtower. And we don't need to worry about this Skywatcher. We do need to worry about this catapult, but there's a little sweet spot right here, just above the little blacksmith kind of tabard or logo tent dealio lean-to. So we'll click on that and we'll go through there with our knights and just looking around here to see if there's anything else that we want to lay waste to as we head for the stronghold. But it actually all looks like it's going to be pretty easy. I think we'll go ahead and do that. We'll send in our maulers. We'll send them straight for the arrow tower, and then we'll start out with our wardens here in the upper left. But we'll kind of keep them up here to take out this, that. Okay, all right, enough talking. Let's do this thing. So we're going to target the blacksmith. There we go. Maulers coming in. I guess they're going to have to go for that first. And then we're going to do these guys up here. And then we're going to target this with Taliesin. And then we're going to fly all the way up here. Here we go. Let's throw down some lightning shield on these guys. Arrow tower's done. We're going to freeze with magnetic pulse over there, which I'm not sure that did a whole lot. And there goes the stronghold. And now we'll freeze again. I keep calling it freezing. It's not really freezing, but, you know, that's okay. All right. Taliesin is still up. Wow. So that actually, man, what happened to my army there? Probably a little too much fast forwarding. All right, and we killed it. So that's the first level. Very good. That really wasn't good. But what was the brew? Did you guys see that? Was there a brewery? A bordello? I didn't see anything. All right, Suntrap Valley. Another stronghold, Bewitched by Erasmus. If you don't strike first, then they will. So if I just sit here, they'll attack me? But it's Bewitched by Erasmus, so they're not going to strike the stronghold. They've already struck it. If you don't strike first, then they will. I mean, it sounds ominous, but... All right. So the last battle didn't go all that well. Let's just be honest. So let's go ahead and go into this. Okay. So this is a little tighter. We don't have anything out here around the periphery. We got like a little cross-shaped or clover-shaped type base. We've got some... All right, the Confusion Towers are up, but we have no idea. There's no level attributed to them. And we don't... we have Skywatchers. That's it. So what's going to happen with these Confusion Towers? That's kind of the question. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spawn Taliesin, and I'm going to strafe those towers once, maybe twice. We'll see. So we're going to... Let's see. What's the range on these guys? Okay, so we're definitely in the clear starting over here on in the lower left. So that's where I would start. Let's gather some mana here. Confusion Tower obviously could care less about Taliesin. Taliesin's going to turn and take out the portal, number 2. And then we're going to strafe over and hit the gold way over on the other side. So let's get ready to do that. And now we're going to go for this tower. And then we're going to put these guys here, and there, and there. So, all right, so there's a question mark there. I'm not really sure of what the effect is. Ouch. So let's see here. What are they doing? I'm just analyzing the Confusion Tower, which seems to have... Are they attacking each other? I think they're attacking each other. Oh, that's kind of cool. If I get to use it. So that actually was a lot easier and went a lot better than the last one. But this Confusion Towers could be a factor. Could be a little challenging. All right, now here we are. So according to the matching engine or kind of the game algorithm, maybe it's measuring my current level and my current where I'm at in the upgrade progression, and that's why it's telling me that the difficulty is hard. I haven't really figured out whether or not that's just kind of a static thing, and this is hard for everybody, no matter what level they're at, or if it's hard for me in particular. Anyway, Parched Peak. Jal will help you fight back against Erasmus's powers of confusion and illusion. So it sounds like we're going to be bringing Taliesin in, and then we're going to get some additional help from Jal as well. May behoove us to actually review what Jal does. Let's actually hop out and look at that real quick. Gotta go home. Going home. Gonna pull up Jal. Jal is a fire guy. Here we are. I have 0 wins with Jal. I thought I played with Jal. Maybe I played with him and I just lost. All right, so this is what Jal does. Let's look at the little tooltips here. So he has Flame Bolt. Deals 20 to 23 damage in an area. Affected units then burn for 9 to 17 damage over 3 seconds. For what? What is that? Like a like 47 to, I don't know, like 70 cumulative damage over 3 seconds. That's okay. That's all right. Maybe I was just underwhelmed by Jal. Let's see what else he's got. He's got Scorching Heat. Shuts down a spell tower for 12 seconds while dealing a little bit of damage a second. Actually, a lot of damage to that spell tower anyway. Doesn't really designate whether or not the damage is being done to the spell tower itself, or presumably that's what's going on there. So it'll deal out 12. What is that? So 131 to like 200 damage to the spell tower. So that's useful if you're concerned about spell towers. Oasis creates a protective area that heals friendly units inside for 11 to 13 damage a second. So all this like dot or time like timed spells here with him a second, and renders them immune to common debuffs for 5 seconds. That could be useful, especially with Confusion, which would be a debuff. So up against Erasmus, maybe that would be helpful, that second ability. Darkened Skies is his third and ultimate ability. Summons up a whirling sandstorm. Enemies within are slowed by 50% and take 42 to 48 damage a second for 5 seconds. So that's actually fairly powerful at his level 19, because this is going to slow them their rate of fire. So it's going to cut their DPS in half. And it's going to deal out, it looks like, what is that, 210 to 240 damage over 5 seconds. So that's actually pretty good. And enemies within, so it is an area of effect spell. It's not a single unit. So that could be pretty useful. Well, we might only be able to use the first ability. Let's have a look. So looks like maybe we don't get to use Jal at all in here, and I just completely took everything on a big detour looking at Jal. But that's a little bit about Jal, by the way. So let's go in and click again. Got 3 battle stones left for this leg of the campaign. I may get all the way through it if I just keep talking. All right, soldier, we are ready for you, Ruin. We shall fight until our last breaths. Or is it like, we are ready for you, Ruin? Nope. Oh dear, there is some powerful magic at work here. Thanks, Lore Master. Oh dear. Jal, Erasmus takes no greater delight. Oh, sorry. Erasmus takes no greater delight than in turning brother against brother. Use me in the fight ahead, and I shall help you defeat him. Oh, cool. Okay, so Taliesin is gone. We're just not. I'm glad we did the review. Taliesin is completely gone, and we are left with Jal. But Jal, crucially, has 30 mana, which is awesome. So let's be careful. Let's not rush in here. Let's just check things out a little bit. We've got a bunch of mana generating stuff over here, but we don't need to generate any mana right off the bat because we have 30 mana. But it's noteworthy that we could hang out over here with Taliesin here in a minute and generate additional mana. So if we use an ability, if we get off an ability, one of Jal's abilities right out of the gate here, we can put Taliesin over here in this corner, and Taliesin can take out these abilities without any real issue, either from that watchtower or from that confusion tower. And this Skywatcher is far distant, so don't need to worry about that. That's probably what we'll do if we open with one of Jal's abilities. But let's have a look over here. So we've got we've got a catapult up here in the corner. Then we've got a catapult down here. So a good point of entry here would probably be over here in this corner underneath this this troop portal, because it is out of range of the catapult. So we can breach the wall without having to worry about the fire from the catapult. And then this catapult's way up here. But as we approach up through where this Skywatcher is, this catapult still isn't going to be a concern. This catapult will become a concern, but we can actually launch our knights maybe up here. Or we're not going to be able to freeze, so that's important. Creates a protective area that heals friendly units. So once we're through the wall, we'll probably throw this ability down. And then we could shut down a tower. Maybe we should shut down this tower, this first tower here, because we don't want our troops attacking each other, which is what it looked like the Confusion Tower was doing. And then finally, check out the area on Darkened Skies. Enemies within are slowed by, this is saying 78 to 90 damage, which was higher. Okay, so the Taliesin must be like level 25 or 30 or something in this. So it's higher than my level 19. So anyway, so our game plan is going to be, we're going to open up and we're going to use, I think we'll use Maulers to breach this wall. And we're going to have the Maulers target... We're going to have them target the Confusion Tower. Let's see where this range is here. Yeah, we'll have them target the Confusion Tower. We're going to let them go right here. Once they target the Confusion Tower, we are going to use Scorching Heat. So maybe we'll open with Scorching. We'll open with Scorching Heat. We'll use the Maulers right away. Once we do that, we're gonna spawn Taliesin over here and let him hit these little these structures over here: the barracks, the blacksmith, and the shrine. Excuse me. And then we are going to just, I think we're just going to come right up through here. We'll hit this watchtower. We'll put our knights on that. Anyway, you'll see. You'll see what I mean. You'll see. All right, here we go. So we are going to open up, like we said, with Scorching Heat. Do that. Boom. And then we're going to do this. And we're going to bring Taliesin over here. We think. Okay, boom. That looks good so far. These guys. Now we want to... We're going to create an oasis. But first we probably want to spawn some troops for an oasis. Let's just get these guys out here. Oasis. Okay. So I didn't think they were inside the range. We're going to come over here for a little bit of support right in front of... And we're going to nail the whole base. Wow. Okay. Not sure this is working out as planned. It's really not. All right. So he died. That's not good. Are we actually going to... Is this going to be one of those scenarios where... Wow. Ah! Really? Okay. So that didn't work out. Oh, okay. Our plan. We're experimenting with Jal here. Don't have a whole lot of experience with him. So for those of you with experience with Jal, this is actually going to probably be not too bad. All right, so the we got a little bit of the gold, but most of the gold didn't like replenish. I was kind of hoping that would happen. So there's a law of diminishing returns here, where you're going to be using your battle stones, but you're going to be eligible to get less gold per battle stone. So it is in your interest to finish this as soon as possible. So what's going on with these? Okay, what's going on with these confusion towers? Let's try to figure this out. I liked how I opened up, but maybe we need to open up outside the range of the confusion towers. So there's a confusion tower over here, which I think we ran afoul of. Yeah, so we need to shut down these spell towers over and over. There's not a large mana cost here. It's only 5 mana, and we have 30. So we could shut down these spell towers up to 6 times with Jal, and then we'll just let Taliesin and the rest of these guys do the work. So we're going to open up with throwing this down here. We're going to do Maulers again. Throw these guys over here. We're going to shut this down. Okay, and there's really no way to like tell time-wise what's going on. We're going to shut this down again. And we're going to shut this down again. Get these guys inside here. Shut this down one more time. Bring this over here so we get a little more mana. Let's go ahead and throw down a healing area. And I'm going to like send Taliesin over here just to support these guys because that freaking catapult is annoying me. What are we going to do? We're going to shut that down, and then there they go. Look at them. They're just. Okay, we are going to bring down the stronghold this time. Cool. And now we're going to just like annihilate these guys, I think. That's the idea anyway. And don't worry about that. And you're dead. Okay. So I still didn't get all the gold. Not even close. But that was better. Wow. Okay. So this is actually not doing so well with us right now. All right. Let's not... Okay, so it says this is impossible. Lore Master Elias Aurelius says, Jal, my good fellow... You do seem rather riled up by this Erasmus. Perhaps you should step away from the battlefield for a few hours. Jal. He tricked me and then tried to destroy my village. I say that I have just cause. Ah, I see. Perhaps you do. As you were then. This guy, look at him, and he's got like a brick of C4. He's like Lore Master, the Suicide Bomber Elias. It's really not funny. Okay, the Red Barons. Erasmus's magic is strong here. You will face much resistance. So if that was hard, and this is considered impossible, and how many do we have left? We have 1. We have... Is he over there? He's probably over there. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Okay, so then we'll have to go over here. Flames Rest. Impossible. Hard? Oh, no, wait. We already went through that. Okay, so there's Erasmus's stronghold. So we're actually... we're halfway through. We're halfway through. Okay, and we've only just now gotten to impossible at halfway through. Let's battle. I am not good with Jowl. Can you bring Taliesin back? Can I get a do-over? No, he's still there. Oh, and only 4 mana. Great. Okay, now we can handle this. So, let's see what we got. 2 Primus Conduits. Cheaters. All right, so there's a Confusion Tower. Looks like a mirror image. Confusion Tower there. Confusion Tower there. Everything is pretty much symmetrical here. So there's really not a best way in here per se. We really just want to try to generate a little bit of mana if we can, which it doesn't really look like there's going to be an opportunity to generate any mana without being attacked. So let's see what we've got. We've got no coverage there. There's coverage from that watchtower there, but not until we get through the wall. Catapult there. There's 2 catapults here. All right, so the left side, the catapults are concentrated on the right side, so that's important. And we have 2 level 4 watchtowers here, a Skywatcher here. So I think what we're going to try to do is start from the left side. We'll start from the left side over here. We don't have to worry about the Confusion Tower initially. We don't have to worry about the Confusion Tower initially, so that's good to see. So we'll break in through here. We're going to target this thing because we don't need to worry about the Skywatcher, and we don't need to worry about these guys until we break through the first gate. So our Maulers, we're going to put our Wardens on this, and the Maulers are going to target this, the Skywatcher. And then we're going to bring everybody through the middle. And then what I think we're going to do is we're going to have Taliesin buzz through vertically through this area across the stronghold here. That keeps Taliesin out of range of the Skywatchers. And we may err on this side over here, on the left side of the stronghold, so that we keep them away from that Skywatcher, and that'll help clear the path a little bit for our friends that are coming across from the left side. So let's just go with that, not overthink it too much. If I fail on this, maybe I'll use a reinforcement. I don't know. We'll just go ahead and see. But that's what we want to do. So let's send him there. Okay, he's in. Okay, and they're actually being attacked. Yeah, that didn't really work out the way that I intended. Okay, so it is tough using okay, up through there. Shut down the Confusion Tower. I think I did. This is just not going well at all. So are they attacking each other? I think that they are. Jeez, this is bad. Bad. Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. See, I don't know these abilities. This is horrible. And doesn't really matter, does it? No, it really doesn't. Oh, this is gonna be like a race to the finish here. Ah, didn't quite make it. That would have been a cheap victory anyway. I would have been disappointed. Did get a good bit of gold, so that's cool. So my problem is that I don't know how to use Jowl. That's really my issue here. It's a little bit challenging. So if you haven't used Jowl yet, you might run into a little bit of a difficulty here. Not too bad. So let's go ahead and try it again. We have 1 more stone. We're on the 4th base of 6 in the PvE campaign, Trickster's Wake, for those of you who are just joining us, which is nobody. We'll start on the left side again, and we just need to be more cognizant, I think, of the Confusion Towers when we get up to them, and probably just bring out more troops right up front. So let's review here. So the Scorching Heat, the bottom one, is what negates the effect, or dispels the effect of the Spell Tower. And then we have create a protective area that heals friendly units inside for 13 damage. Okay. What do I do here? Looking for a place to set Taliesin down to try to generate a little bit of mana. And there really isn't any good place to do it. We could do it like right up here in the corner. Maybe we'll do that. Let's try that. So that's out of range. Taliesin's just gonna like chill right there. We're gonna bring this guy over here, bring this guy over here, bring this guy, bring this guy, and then Taliesin's gonna like buzz down through here. Okay, so this will negate the confusion tower, which they're already way too close to. So apparently, you have to do it up front. Oh, come on, I really need that. All right, boom, maybe a boom, maybe not a boom. Let's see, we're making a little better progress. Boom! Okay, now let's waste these guys over here. All right, we're going to do that, and then we're going to lay down some healing there. Bring those guys over here. That was a little bit better. We don't need that, because that's our thing. Okay, and now... Oh, he's just exhausted. All right, epic victory. Okay.